PieCoin has some major news coming up. And actually, it's got some pretty interesting news that took place yesterday at the Crypto Strategic Reserve press conference or summit or live stream or whatever you want to call it that we're going to be going over as well. But I got to get through this article first. Because whether or not you own PieCoin right now or you're thinking about buying PieCoin, there is a huge 188 million Pi token unlock that is coming up in March. And a lot of people are worried about the price declining. So let's discuss it. If it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. And as you can see, PieCoin does have some very large news. There's going to be an $188 million PieCoin unlock. And you know what? Let's see what that is. 188 million times what's the current price of Pi? $1.78, $1.80? Let's call it $1.80. That's $338 million worth unlocking this month. Now, the news goes on to say that Pi Network has become one of the most talked about cryptocurrency projects in recent years, drawing millions of users despite not being fully listed on major exchanges. Now the network is gearing up for a major event, unlocking 188 million Pi tokens in March. With the current market supply at 7 billion, this unlock could shake things up. Now, as this excitement builds, all eyes are on what's going to happen next. And pay attention, because if you own PieCoin, yes, this could be not dilution because they do belong to people, but it can have a dilutive effect. If you're thinking about buying PieCoin, this could be not a make or break moment, but this could be a major catalyst either to the downside or the upside. So it could be an excellent buying opportunity if you believe in the longer term success of PieCoin as well. It says, despite the upcoming unlock, PieCoin has seen a 3% price increase. And as a matter of fact, if you look at the price of Pi, this is a 4-hour chart, and if you guys are interested in buying PieCoin, you can do so on the KSEX exchange. You got a link for it down in the description below. It's one of the only exchanges I know, or one of the bigger exchanges I know, that allow you to buy PieCoin right now, and you can actually trade it on up to 20x leverage. So make sure to check that out. If of course you are there fees on it right now? 0.01% taker fee if you guys do decide to trade it on leverage. But nonetheless, right, this is actually a very strong graph since its launch, and fantastic gains as well, from 58 cents to $3. Back down to $1.70 right now, and maintaining this steady level between $1.50 and $1.80. But this is very large news, so let's go over it. It says it's still showing a 3% increase, showing strong confidence from its users. Now, according to Explore Pi data, these tokens will become available to over 1 million users. However, most Pi holders have chosen to keep their tokens locked rather than sell them, which is excellent. So now we start to see a little bit of a change here. And I know that it's not just blanketed across everybody, but 188 million Pi to over 1 million users. Let's discuss that for a second. That's, if you break it up evenly, $188 or 188 Pi to each user. It's roughly what, $300 that these guys are going to be getting. Now, I know that some people will take their $300 not profit, right? But they're going to take their $300 and they may sell. But see, $300 is not life-changing. There's a lot of people out there that are willing to hold for gains. So I would imagine the vast majority of those holders are not going to be dumping. They're not going to be selling. And they're not going to be panicking. If it were 188 million Pi being unlocked to 1,000 users, that is a much different story. But the fact that it's being unlocked to 1 million users, some of those guys forgot they own it. Some of those guys don't care anymore. Some of those guys are never going to touch it. And it's essentially going to sit in what you would consider a hypothetical burn wallet, because those guys forgot all about it. So I do not believe that this is going to be some sort of a catastrophic event. I do believe that it can lead to a little bit of a dilutive effect, but not to the same degree that a lot of these news articles are talking about. It says data shows that 63% of Pi users have locked their tokens for 3 years, and that's very strong. While another 14% have committed to a 1-year lock, this suggests the unlock may not cause heavy selling pressure right away, and I actually agree. Although it can, guys. I want that to be very clear, right? It still has a dilutive effect if more people have their tokens unlocked and they are able to sell them. It's much different than not being able to sell it. And then he goes on to talk about why PiCoin is not being listed on Binance, all of that. I want to touch on this just briefly. If you go out there and you look at some of the latest PiCoin news, this one is actually very interesting to me. And I got to see if I can find it now. Right here. Trump White House live stream flooded with PiCoin comments. And I'm not going to go through the entirety of this article. Maybe I can do it in another video. If you guys like PiCoin videos or like PiCoin, please let me know down in the comments below. I could do some more videos on it. You know, all that good stuff. But this shows community strength. Okay? I've seen it in my live streams, right? I've seen it in my live streams before. And anytime a community comes in, it shows community strength. And if these people are interested in PiCoin and they're going out there to the masses promoting it at the White House's live stream of the cryptocurrency summit, they could be on the absolute right direction to onboarding new members, onboarding new users, onboarding new buyers, and increasing demand. So I'm actually excited about PiCoin, right? I've gone out to the KSX exchange. I've accumulated some. It's nowhere near one of my larger positions or anything like that, but it is something that I don't mind holding in my portfolio because it has shown strength when a lot of the other cryptocurrency market has shown weakness. And to me, that's rare. Right now, everything is going down because the entire market is fearful. But PiCoin is actually one of the tokens that has been doing rather well over the last couple of weeks now. Over the last couple of weeks, it's done rather well, not just to maintain its price action, but to actually increase from the initial volatility that it had. So I'm definitely accumulating some PiCoin out on the KSX exchange, but I'm also accumulating Solixi token. If you guys have not seen this one, you get a link for it down in the description below. These guys are building a layer 2 network on the Solana blockchain. You might be thinking, just as I am, Solana doesn't need a blockchain, or Solana doesn't need a layer 2 blockchain right now. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't need one right now. Transactions are minimal at the moment. Everybody's too afraid to do anything. They're too afraid to buy. They're too afraid to sell. They're too afraid to wait. They're too afraid to hold. They're too afraid to call their mom and tell them that cryptocurrency is a real thing. And the industry is set to grow. And the administration is building a golden age for crypto. I get it. Right? The cryptocurrency summit, you got a lot of old guys out there that don't even know what cryptocurrency is, trying to make their way in a crypto world. But I believe that we are one step forward in the right direction. All we have to do is paint cryptocurrency in a positive light, get people to understand that it is valuable, and they will buy over time. This industry will grow over time. Might not be tomorrow, guys. Might not be next week. Might be 5-10 years down the road where we really see some fantastic growth. But if we're here, if we're willing to accumulate, this is a brand new industry that is going to explode in value, and I am loading up on everything that I can, including Solixi. So you guys got links for everything down in the description below. Let me know what you're interested in, and until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.